Morning. I'm glad it's cool in here for you. Also, you can use your paper. All right, so thank you for coming to Cup of Joe. Just always a reminder to go to our Facebook page and like it and share it with everyone. You can watch it live also on Facebook. Next Wednesday, I think it's the last Wednesday, we have book club, and it is in this room over here. And even if you haven't read the book, it's a really good discussion time, and there's always something that new that you learn. So join us sometime over here at 8, and then stay for Cup of Joe. I think the book is Main Street Millionaire by Cody Sanchez. So you can still, you have a week to read it. Then we also have coffee by the shop, Donuts and Coffee. So we want to thank our coffee sponsor. They're always so nice to, bring it every week. And so each month we have a different coffee sponsor. All right, so our first presenter, Gary and Janna Yates with Cornerstone Hearth and Outdoor Living. Welcome.
Good morning. How's everybody this morning?
Morning. Good.
So I'm Gary, obviously. So that's Janna.
You must be Janna.
That is Janna. Yeah, her mom had a weird So most people that know me know that I've been in the chimney and fireplace trade since 2016. So kind of been the local chimney sweep and fireplace service provider. So kind of a quick backstory. So we started with fireplace services, and then later, as demand grew from our clients, we got into fireplace sales and installation work. That included like electric fireplaces, gas fireplaces, wood stoves, things of that sort. So it kind of fell in line with what we already did. And so in 2020, we bought our property on 5 acres. We expanded, we built an office out there, and then we started gradually adding fireplace displays. So over the years we've been doing a lot of private showings with existing clients. So if they were needing a new fireplace, we were able to have them come out, take a look at some stuff on the floor, and kind of do that. So we haven't had a public showroom during that time because I didn't have my lovely wife in the office full time yet. So. Kind of fast forward, earlier this year, she was going to be coming on into the office full time. So I was like, I need something for her to do other than just answer phones and help me run the chimney service business. So I was at one of our annual conferences in Kansas City this year, and met with a colleague that owns and operates a hearth and outdoor living store out in Springfield, and kind of got me thinking. I was like, does St. Joseph have anything like this? Because it kind of falls in line with what we do as a company. And so I started talking to her about it, and that conversation sparked this idea of Cornerstone Hearth and Outdoor Living. Now with that, what we've done is we've expanded our showroom offerings to offer high-end patio furniture, fire tables from gas and wood burning systems. So it kind of falls in line with our mission of kind of helping families gather, connect, and enjoy time together around the hearth, the fire, whether it's outside or it's inside. And so with that, she came on full time, and she just went gung ho. Okay, I'm in the field doing work all the time, so I don't have a lot of time to do the office work. That's her expertise. And so with that, she's like, all right, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So she reached out to several high-end patio furniture vendors, fire feature companies, things of that sort, and found that there was a huge need for it here in this area. Because the closest place you go to is Overland Park or Des Moines or Omaha. And so we said, all right, well, we're going to do this. So we just kind of burned the candle and just a lot of late nights. We redesigned our office, our showroom. We painted our building. We added asphalt to our driveway to kind of make the area more kind of upscale and inviting for people. We added 12 different outdoor vendors, and so we've got mid-level to high-end vendors. And so just with like our fireplaces, we want to offer quality products to our clients. And so we wanted to make sure that with our patio and outdoor living side, that we still kind of stayed in line with that. And so, a lot of the stuff we're going to carry, you're not going to find anywhere else locally. So at first, we've had years of meeting with clients privately at our showroom. We haven't had any public hours. And so at first we decided to design our office and showroom to really focus in on the customer experience. And so we built, in our office, we redesigned it and built a 11-foot media wall, 65-inch TV, nice long linear electric fireplace, which is kind of here. And so we started doing private showings, and that worked out well. But traffic was kind of slow with that, and so we're like, well, why don't we open up just one day a week and see how it goes? So with her experience, we decided to open on Saturdays from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Figured, experiment with that and see how that works. Oh, we started getting traffic because we've been doing a lot of Facebook advertising, and we've done a lot of different things, different marketing avenues to just, like you guys know, with any business, like you're trying to see what works for your specific industry. And we found for us, Facebook has been huge. And so we're getting traffic coming in from all over the place, from Kearney, Gower, Maryville, all over the place. And are you a good clicker? All right. And so, as far as our target market and who we serve, it's a lot of residential homeowners, folks that are building homes, building new decks, existing decks, replacing old stuff, you're trying to upgrade your outdoor space. Because again, it falls in line with what we're trying to achieve as a company, is helping you get outside, get around the hearth, and just have family and friends over. It's a great way to reconnect with people and just entertain them. And so residential has been our primary focus. We have expanded out and started reaching out to more commercial locations, and so more trade partnerships with contractors and interior designers, people that are already working with clients and helping them. And so we want to be able to be a go-to resource so that they can also help their clients with these things. And so, we don't want to be everything for everybody, but we can be a resource for certain people. And so, let them do what they're doing. Now, where we're at right now, we opened up our showroom full-time 4 weeks ago. So 4 weeks ago, we opened up our showroom. We've been doing Saturdays, and we expanded our hours 10 to 5. She's there during the week, so if somebody calls and wants to come in and see some stuff, she's happy to meet with them during the week, and we do private showings, things like that. But because I'm still in the field full-time, doing service and installation work with our crew, the Saturdays are the only day that I really get to be there to help out with that. So 10 to 5 has been kind of a good transition for us on Saturdays. So ideally, as we expand, our most of our fireplace projects are kind of higher end, and then patio furniture. So a lot of our lead time. So we brought in a lot of items to have on the floor, just stocked. But we found, just like with fireplaces, in wintertime, lead times kind of get extended. And so we do a lot of custom design work. And so we've got fabric samples, and we've got all sorts of stuff. And so you can custom design all your outdoor patio furniture. With custom, comes a little lead time, and so the whole reason we have so many different vendors is to fill the need for a variety of different options. And so some of our vendors are 4 weeks, some of them are 7 weeks. We've got some that are 10 to 12 weeks. And so we kind of have to have a variety so that we can kind of help fill that need for our clients. And a lot of our fireplace stuff we can get pretty quickly this time of year. But the lead time is kind of extended on some of the custom stuff. But that's the whole reason we brought on stuff that we can show. So goals for the next 5 years. So this year is really about just letting people know that we exist. People already know that we service fireplaces. Not everybody knows that we sell fireplaces, and so that's even a challenge. So with the showroom, that's been our goal, is to let people know that we exist. And the whole reason that we rebranded with Cornerstone Hearth and Outdoor Living instead of just keeping it Chimney Sweep LLC was for marketing purposes. Because you're probably not going to look for high-end patio furniture through a chimney sweep company, right? And so Cornerstone Hearth and Outdoor Living really encapsulates the whole retail side of our business. And our chimney service company is essentially there to be the service and installation side of Cornerstone. And so we'll still be continuing to service our existing clients through chimney sweep and doing fireplace sales and stuff, but Cornerstone is going to be kind of more of that retail arm, and the chimney side is going to be more of the service and installation side, because we have a team of certified technicians, qualified to do the work. We are experts in that field, and so when you're putting fire in your home, we want to make sure that it's done safely. And so our team is trained to be able to do that, and so it kind of meshes with the whole Cornerstone approach. So next year, we've learned a lot with on the patio and outdoor living side about lead times, and so our biggest thing is we want to get into a position to where we can basically pre-order, get a bunch of stuff in, so that we have plenty of inventory for the season, so that our customers aren't having to wait so long. All of our custom orders obviously are going to be longer lead times, but we want to make sure that we have enough. And so that's a challenge for us because you need cash flow. And so, which can be tough sometimes to keep that coming in, because you got to make payroll and you got all the other expenses, and so now we have to add inventory. And so we have to figure out where we're going to put all this stuff. So, we've got limited space. We've got a 40 by 60 building right now. We've got some storage units. We've explored the idea of getting storage containers, because we do have 5 acres. Where we're at, and so we got plenty of room to do that. So we've been exploring that idea, because I know some of the storage containers are watertight, and so we want to make sure that everything is protected. So that's going to be our challenge for this next year, is really just the logistics of everything. So 2 to 3 years, we're going to continually grow our certified technicians, because we're going to need more installers for our fireplace sites. Not anybody can do that. So an apprenticeship is about 6 to 12 months to really learn everything there is to need to know about fireplaces. Because again, we're putting fire in your home. You're building a fire pit in the middle of your living room. We want to make sure that you can do it confidently and safely. And so that takes a team of people to be able to do that, a team of experts. And so we've got a lot of certification programs we put our guys through to make sure that they know what they're doing. So that's the next 2 to 3 years, is just really growing that team of people, because we're going to have a delivery team. Right now we're doing free delivery, which means we need people to help deliver. We need competent people that know how to protect furniture as we're getting it to your house. And also backing in a trailer. Not everybody can do that. So. Over the next 3 to 5 years, our goal is to just really strengthen our relationships with our existing clients, new clients, interior designers, local contractors, people that are already in your home and helping you with these projects. So the better relationship we have with them, the better they can serve you. And so Our goal is to make sure that everybody that's involved with us is able to serve their clients well. And so we hopefully will be that resource to help them do that. We're still figuring things out, like any entrepreneurial journey. Getting found. We've been experimenting with a variety of different marketing tactics. Google. We've been doing. What have you done? Like keyword search. SEO. Sorry. So again, she's in the office. I'm in the field. So I know how to build things. She knows how to build back and up. So on that, I'm gonna let you talk about that.
Yeah, really, I mean, it really just is getting people to find this company.
No, you gotta have it
Because it's
for the Facebook Live.
Okay.
You're supposed to do the whole thing.
you can just hold it.
Transitioning primarily retail, that's a shift from what we've been doing. We're still gonna be servicing other clients, figuring out the balance of that. Again, balancing time between being in the showroom, installation capacity, that's also gonna be growing the team. Inventory, deciding what we're going to get ahead of time, how far ahead of time we need to order it. And then the trade relationships, we think that there's a need for it, we just, people don't know us yet. Builders, designers, realtors, things like that. And yes, so those are our main things. Also want to mention Cornerstone, where we came up with that name. It represents our faith, reminds people it's not about selling products, it's about serving. That's the ultimate goal of what we do, is so we can serve more. And if anybody has connections or shared wisdom, if you've ever had retail or transitioned to another business, and then referrals, and if you could just come out and see our showroom. Starting July 1st, we're also going to have weekday hours, so we'll have that on Google and Facebook and all that too. So that's it.
Want to take your questions? And you'll have to share the mic to them.
Oh, you have to stand by your husband.
Happy to.
We like each other.
So, how many are on your team? And as you expand, obviously you can hire more people.
Mhm.
Else you guys just never have enough person time.
Correct.
And then, do you contract with builders, or do you have relationships with builders? I know some builders you'll get a bid for a completed project.
Mhm.
They'll include your appliances and
Right.
an outdoor fireplace,
Sure.
all of those things.
Yeah, so at this time, there's a couple of us, because again, it takes a while to get people certified and trained, and then we hope that they stay. And so we've got that. As far as relationships, we haven't done a ton of new construction, so we've kind of stayed on the fireplace side. We've kind of stayed away from that over the years. There's a lot of logistics involved with that, and so we've primarily focused on a lot of residential work. That's kind of been our main clientele.
And it's more designers that are looking for designers that are looking for the nicer fireplaces. Typically what we've found is with builders, and this is just our limited experience, that the fireplace is not the focus of the massive organization of the budget that they have to have. And so if somebody wants their granite countertops in their kitchen, they're probably not going to be looking at a big fireplace project in the living room. But we've had a couple businesses locally that have reached out to us and purchased, just as a dealer, inserts or gas fireplaces that they've installed with their projects. And so we're,
It's been more of the retail side of it, and
Yeah.
then we just help with getting the fireplace to the project site.
I have started reaching out to just letting people know that we're your builders, commercial contractors, designers, realtors, and we're already working with one who I've sent pricing sheets to. They sent me a rendering of what their plan is for the current project, and so I said, here's what we have to offer and send back. So that's
So again, we become a resource for some of these nonprofits. we don't have to be great at everything, but we can certainly be a resource. Next. Yes.
I was just curious, I was looking at your website.
Yeah.
Have you considered purchasing a vanity URL that would redirect to your website? Something along the lines of Cornerstone Hearth or Cornerstone Outdoor?
That's
CornerstoneHearthOutdoor.com.
And does it redirect?
It does.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
I didn't know that.
How about,
Yes.
you mentioned interior fire pits.
Mhm.
So don't you have to ventilate that? What do you do in that?
When I say interior fire pits, I just basically mean you're building a big fire in the middle of your living room.
Right.
And so we gotta make sure that the venting is safe to do that.
Okay.
It's an analogy he's using to.
Yeah,
to
yeah, you're
explain-
not putting a fire pit in your living room, it's just,
Okay, fair enough. I was trying to figure that out. And I'm
Yes.
going, okay, so how big's the hood and how many fire suppression are around it, that kind of
You
thing?
just wanna make sure that when you
Yeah.
build a fire in your living room,
Yeah.
that, it can be safe to use.
So where's your showroom? I
So
can't,
we're located about 5 minutes from Nards, and about 2 minutes from Spring Garden Middle School. We're right in the middle, and so
On Ajax.
off of Ajax turns into Southeast Mesa Road, and we got 5 acres right there. Don't be shy, Annette.
Yes, congratulations on this diversity. So explain a bit of the seasonality of the chimney sweep that
Sure.
you've always had, and then your struggle of finding
Yeah.
something. Talk about that
Yeah,
discussion some.
So we've been full-time in the chimney search trade for since 2016. With that, so August through the end of January, we're swamped. I mean, we're getting a lot of service calls, and so we've hired people over the years. We've trained people up, and then the probably February through August, it slows down significantly. And so when you're running a business, you need cash flow, like lots of cash flow. And so to make payroll and pay all the taxes that come with that and all of the above. So cash flow significantly decreases during those months, and so we're doing more like fireplace repairs, restoration projects, things like that, which is not a daily cash flow thing. And so it's been a little more difficult to keep up on that. So that's where we're looking into lines of credit and basically borrowing money to make payroll and do those things throughout those months to keep guys employed. And so Cornerstone really wasn't even in the cards for us until Janna came on full time because I was in the field, training guys, doing these projects, and so the office work was just kind of pushed
Working
to
the
the side for a
business,
bit.
not running the business.
Right, yeah, working the business, not running the business. And so with her being on full time now, it's really allowed us to expand our reach in this side. And so now we've got 2 entrepreneurs working the business, which is fantastic. And so I can focus still in on the service and installation side and training new technicians, and she can focus on the showroom side and building the business on the back end. And so it's been wonderful.
So this sounds like it almost matches perfectly to the downside of chimney. So you probably will start selling in March
Yes.
and go strong through when?
Well, with fire tables,
Oh, sure.
We've been surprised with the number of people that are building 4-season rooms.
Oh,
That's becoming, it sounds like a pretty, or maybe we're just paying attention, but,
Yeah.
so there's a need year round for patio furniture, and some of the stuff we sell is the quality of your indoor furniture, so if you're gonna spend, 3 hours watching a football game in your 4-season room, you're gonna want something comfortable to sit in and not just your wicker, thin cushion patio set. So, and then fire tables, of course, and fire pits, that's all. So we're hoping that it's something that continues on year round.
Yes.
How are you retaining employees? Because it sounds, like once you get them trained, how do you keep them at your organization, not that they move on?
It's all about company culture. You enjoy where you come to work.
And being able to have business more than year round.
Business working year round. I mean, because if you don't have enough business coming in, people get bored and start looking for other things. It doesn't matter what industry you're in
Or how well you're paying.
or how well you're paying. Yeah, I've learned that you can pay guys very, very well, but if company culture's not there or you don't have enough business coming in to keep them busy, people get bored and start looking at the new shiny objects. goal is to keep this year-round, and so our guys on your board, I think we have a great company culture where we're at, and so I think that's been huge in our on our employee side, and that's where we're going to continue.
So, yeah, I found you on Facebook.
Awesome.
So that was, yeah, your video was super, super cool.
Awesome.
And so keep that up, for sure. I know you guys
Okay,
mentioned that.
let me ask you a question. Was it her face or my face? 'Cause
It was the video. It was the video, like,
I've
of
only
your
been in
showroom.
one video, it's not a competition.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna plead the fifth. This is a hostile environment. So, but no, we built a house several years ago, and be first with your builder.
Yeah.
Meaning, so we built our house, it was here, meet with the electrician, and then there was an upsell. Meet with the plumber, and then an upsell. And then the poor audio video guy came in, and I'm like, dude, I'm out of money. I have nothing left. I know, I'm sorry. And if he'd have gone first, I'd have had the coolest. I loved what he had to offer. And I'm like, I wish he'd have gone first. So my point is, you may not, but the builders may not know.
Sure.
Let's organize the house or whatever around the fireplace. Our first house had a fireplace that stuck out of the wall, and it was really odd.
Yeah.
It was really odd versus go in first, start with the fireplace, and then decorate, design your home around it, so to speak. So yeah, I'd encourage you to get in first with the builders.
Yeah, we never built a house, so we definitely don't know how
Get
the
in
process
first.
goes.
Yeah.
I just assume
First
that
guy
you already
wins.
know what you want,
Yeah.
or you've already told them what you want, and
Yeah,
then they just have to
you
make
could
it
an architect
happen.
already does all the work.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Bob. Are you guys members of like the St. Joe Builders Association here in St. Joe?
No, not as.
I don't know their exact name, but I would check that out because I know they have meetings throughout the year that could really put you in contact with that first line of individuals that you're trying to reach. So check that out.
No, that's out, I will say.
There's
Okay.
also a St. Joseph Contractors page on Facebook.
I am on that,
Okay.
but I haven't,
Posted much as far as Cornerstone goes.
Yeah, you might,
Yeah.
just to get the name out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Couple thoughts or ideas. There's a lot of people, like elderly people, that put in wood inserts
Okay.
and had the husband do all the work. And anybody who's ever cut wood and split wood and that kind of thing, it's a significant lot of work. And as they've gotten older, they're wonderful homes.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship. They've got this big, beautiful fireplace, and if you don't have an insert, it's drafty.
Yep.
And if it's not utilized properly, and it, depending on the circumstance, can be an aesthetic
Yes.
issue. Have you thought about possibly having some kind of result for older people who
Change
no
the system,
longer
right?
can do the wood splitting and the cutting and that kind of thing?
We do
to
a lot of
pull-
projects where we're changing old wood systems out to
Okay.
more convenient systems. So,
Excellent.
like all of our gas inserts have remote controls, so it's an easy on and off with modulating flames.
And you'll remove the old
Yep,
and
we take
kind
the
of
old
update
one
it?
out, put the
Okay,
new one
excellent.
in.
And the second thought is, again, in your lull times, I've got a fire extinguisher business amongst other businesses, but I am constantly being begged
Yes.
to do restaurant hoods and those kind of things.
Oh, yeah.
So, and we don't have a business in town that really does that anymore.
Correct.
Restaurant hoods by law have to
they're so filthy.
Yeah.
be, understand,
Yeah.
but, the proper either like the food trucks, a lot of these are always calling me, they want me to install
Yeah.
a new a new hood there, but they have to be installed or inspected or recertified twice a year.
Yep.
That
So-
could be, if you've got certified people and got low
So
times,
there's definitely a gap for that, and years ago, we looked into that as an addition to our services, but as we've expanded, our focus has kind of changed directions a little bit. We will still be heavy on the service side, but it's more in the niche of fireplace systems. And so, but there's definitely a gap in the market for grease and clean. You're absolutely right. We just don't do that. It's definitely a need for it.
okay. I just thought the install of the hood
Yeah.
ventilation system, the proper CFMs, those
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yeah.
Switching it out.
Eventually, one of these days, when we have 30 people on staff, we'll need something to keep
Right.
them busy.
Yeah, it's a long term, yeah,
Yeah, long term, yeah, absolutely.
just throwing it out there. Thank you.
All right, I think we might be out of time. Good job.